So grade 9, this is a little video on how to use the automatic ability of Sibelius to do rhythmic augmentation and diminution so that you can make your assignments a little bit more complex. So you will remember the piece that I just demoed in about 10 minutes in class, yeah? It's got some nice use of the last two bars of Wade as an ostinato in the bottom of the piano part, and it's got a very simple pizzicato ostinato all the way through the double bass line, which is almost rhythmic. It could also almost have been put on some sort of low drum, the sound of the pizzicato. And I've got some use of Motherless Child fragments in canon, and then I've got the full use of Motherless underneath the melody of Wade, and I've got little fragments of Water Children going on, and a couple of simple rhythms in the bass drum. Now, this was, as you know, I did it in front of you. It was really a quick job. So I might have wanted to do some extra things if I'd spent a bit more time on it. But today's video is how to double or halve the rhythm. So where all of that stuff is in the Note Input menu, in one of the submenus called Transformations, and you'll see in this view of the menu, little triangle, and you can double, make things bigger, Barbie, or halve, make things smaller. So what happens when you press that is that it creates a new score, and then you have to go and copy and paste it back into your original score, and then you can just dump the other one. So let's have a look and see if I wanted to select the Wade melody. I'm just going to get rid of the highlight to make it a bit easier to see. I've just selected it. And how I did that was by selecting the first note, holding down the Shift key, and selecting the last note. So obviously I could select a smaller amount, but I'm going to select the whole thing for today's demonstration. And I pop over into the Note Input Transformations, and I want to double it. And I just say OK to the menu. And what will happen is a new whole score will just pop up in a minute. Here it comes. And it looks really strange because, if you'll notice, it has this weird 4-2 because it's doubled the time signature as well. I'm just going to Control-C or copy this, which was already highlighted, but of course if I'd accidentally unhighlighted, I could just go and do the same thing. Select the note, hold down Shift and select the next note, and then I'm going to just press Control-C, or probably right-click copy would have done the trick. And then I'm just going to close that version and come back to my original score. You can see over here there's sort of two files open in Sibelius. I'm going to come back to my original score and I'm going to paste it in. And I think from memory the last time I demonstrated this, I decided that since it was so slow, it might sound nice in a solo cello part. So I added another cellist, and we know that doubling it means that it's going to take 16 bars, and I only have 20 in total, so I think I might put it in there. And it went in really high, which might sound nice, but it might make it poke up too much like the picture of the pencil, and I want my own violin playing to be more important, so I'm going to do Control down arrow. And it's probably a little bit too loud as well, yeah? So I might want to do Control-E, select the note, and then make it softer. So select the note, press Control-E, and then right-click. So let's see what the addition of that layer can sound like. Maybe the piano part's a bit loud as well, but here it comes. Here's my violin part that I will be performing, yeah? But I think you can hear underneath all of that, you can hear that cello line. I'm turning it up so you can hear it. So another idea was to get bits and make them faster, yeah? So halving the rhythm, yeah? Rhythmic diminution. So let's take this little thing here. ba da dum. Just say I wanted just that one little thing, but what I think I might do is halve it. So it'll turn into yum bum ba da dum. It'll be much faster, won't it? Takes a while to figure it out because it's sort of crunching the numbers. And it's turned into a tiny little new score, T, T, ticka, T. And I'm just going to copy it, Control C. And to be truthful, I could just delete this, but I'm just going to minimize it. And I might decide that it would sound nice in the violin part, yeah? So I'm just going to overpaste, yeah? It's quite high. I could drop it down the octave. That'd be too low. And I could repeat it by pressing the R button. It's a bit wild, isn't it? That's probably going to sound a bit too exciting, but let's have a listen to see what it sounds like. Here's my melody, so I'm going to start there at the B section. You can't hear it because it's a little bit too soft. So what I think I'm going to do is make it a bit louder, Control E, F. But as well, I'm going to turn it into Control T for technique, pizzicato. And hopefully I'll be able to hear it now. Now, I might have overdone it, yeah, this is just a demo video. I'd need to spend a little bit of time deciding if that actually sounds nice. I'll admit that I've put a lot of ideas in here and it's starting to maybe become a little too blurry and complex, but a quick way of fixing that would be to figure out who I wanted to listen to and give them a slightly higher dynamic. It's just a matter of balancing the individual layers, which can be done in the mixer, but also balancing individual sections of each layer, which needs to be done with dynamics. Anyway, hopefully this will give you a few more last-minute ideas for the use of rhythmic augmentation and diminution.